All right, folks, welcome to the launch workshop. Thank you. Okay, so the purpose of the launch workshop is to get you started very quickly in this business. Really, we're going to dispense some information that just allows you to understand what you have to worry about and what you don't have to worry about in this business. We have a very comprehensive business here at DuePoint. That's a nice way of saying it can be very, very complicated. Sometimes you can't see the what's the saying? You can't see the wood from the trees, or whatever the saying is. So I don't want you to become distracted by all the other things in our business. I want you to be focused on the core of this business, and that's what we're going to define for you now. I've got a microphone in my hand because you are very welcome to ask any questions while we go through this workshop. So just put your hand up. You have to speak into the microphone so that the people on the live stream can hear you. So let's begin. All right, so let me turn this on. That would help. Okay, so 3 steps to fast wealth creation. So this is really what we're going to be talking about, understanding how to earn. That's very important. We briefly discussed the mechanics of how you earn in the intro presentation, but we're going to take that a step further and show you the qualifying rules. Understanding the phone app. Like I said, this business runs off your mobile phone, so you need to know how that phone app works. Otherwise, you don't know what's going on in your channel, and then you can't improve yourself as a wealth engineer. And then understanding slow versus fast. So it's really about just understanding expectation. Like I said, we've got that disclaimer slide in the intro presentation. We say to people, this business doesn't just become successful on hopes and dreams. It requires action. So you need to be realistic about how much action you're going to be putting in and how much result, how much reward and returns you expect from a result of your activity in the business. So it's really just about understanding expectations in this business, because I don't want you to put in a certain amount of effort and expect that you are going to get a lot more out of it, and then you're all upset about it, and then you'll blame the business, not yourself, right? So we're going to address expectations in this quick workshop. All right, how to earn. So let's get straight into it. You should remember this from the intro presentation. It is the mechanics around how we calculate returns. It is very straightforward. Your channel is always built from the center outwards. You are only responsible for everybody on your first point. That's your first point. You don't put people on your second or your third point. That's other people's responsibility. You focus on your first point, right? But your channel will grow from the first point outwards if you've got duplication happening in your channel. And accordingly, we pay you for every particular point in your channel. So you earn the most on point 1 and 2. That's great, because that's where you have all the results of your activity show is on the first and second point. That's where you have sway in your channel, right? From point 3 onwards, you don't really have too much effect on those points, and so you earn a little bit less as your channel starts to grow and the product gets further and further away from you, but you still have the ability to earn on as many points as you have in your business. We've got wealth engineers in the space of 2 years. They built channels beyond point 30 in their businesses, right? You can do exactly the same thing. You can do more than they do. But understand that that is how the mechanics work. It's fairly straightforward. All of this is available on the website and as training videos on YouTube. So if you miss anything now, go check up on it a little bit later. Qualifying rules is probably more important to understand. It might be a little more complex. For me, it seems like a very simple concept, but I've been studying it for 4 years. I remember getting client service up to speed on the qualifying rules at DuePoint. They're only 3, and it still took them a month to get it right? So take a look at these. It's quite a simple process, but these are the rules that we ask before we pay any wealth engineer, right? The first rule is, have you paid for your product? If you haven't paid for your product, we just stop everything right there and then and go to the next wealth engineer. So the first qualifying rule is, have you successfully paid for your product? Then we go on to the second qualifying rule. The second qualifying rule is, are you a qualified wealth engineer, right? So remember, if you can remember in that 5-year plan, I said to you, in your first month, connect 3, not 2, right? But every consecutive month, just connect 2 if you want to. But in the first month, do 3. I said you need to connect 3 so that you become a qualified and an earning wealth engineer. We only pay wealth engineers who have got 3 people or more on their first point. Okay, we call that a qualified wealth engineer. So if you've brought in 1 person in January, you're not going to earn anything. If you bring 2 people in January, you're not going to earn anything. When you bring 3 people, now you're qualified, and now we can start talking money. Okay, so the minimum, goes without saying, the minimum you can earn as a wealth engineer at DuePoint is 165 Rand, right? We don't start at 55 or 110. We start at 165. That's the starting point. So that's the second qualifying rule. So that's fairly easy to understand, right? But now as your channel starts to develop, so there you can see it's your first point, you're a qualified wealth engineer, bam, you're earning some money. But now as your channel starts to develop, right, now you've got one of your first pointers, they're very good because they've started to duplicate. That's the best scenario you can have, is someone that you bring into the business that actually starts doing work. And in this case, this person's gone out and connected 3 of their own people and become a qualified engineer in their own right, right? So this person's going to be earning their 165. How much are you earning? Remember, it was 55 Rand on point 1 and 2, and we've got 6 products on point 1 and 2. Are you earning 330 Rand every month? You're not, right? For the new person, you might think, well, yes, I am earning 330 Rand. And now you can see how expectations or assumptions can lead to problems, because at the end of the month, if you think, well, I've got 6 people in my channel, I should be earning 330 Rand, and you're excited, and we only pay you 165, and then you're very disappointed, and you say, damn it, I got scammed again. And then you badmouth DuePoint, right? We don't want any of that. We don't want any of that. So it's very important that you understand our qualifying rules so you know exactly how much you're getting paid. Our business is audited. We don't thumbsuck who we're going to pay and who we aren't going to pay. It is all calculated very carefully about who should be paid and who shouldn't be paid, right? So we never make mistakes in this business. Okay, so you're not earning the 330 Rand. You aren't earning on your second point. Why aren't you earning on your second point? Because that brings us to our third qualifying rule. The third qualifying rule says we only pay you for every point in your business depending on how many qualified wealth engineers you have on your first point, right? So if you want to earn on 2 points in your business, you need 2 qualified wealth engineers. If you want to earn on 3 points in your business, you have to have 3 qualified wealth engineers. If you've got 100 points in your business, and you want to earn on all 100 points, you have to have 100 qualified wealth engineers on your first point. Do you see the correlation? You have to have a qualified wealth engineer on your first point for every point you want to earn on in your channel. We call that a qualified channel. So you'll hear that language often. We don't talk about paying people for their channels. We talk about paying people for their qualified channels, because we always address the qualifying rules when we decide how much we're paying you. So you have to understand these rules, right? So let's take a look at how this channel develops. Right, now we've got a second qualified wealth engineer. Bang, you see the second point's lit up. Now you're earning on all of those products in your, what we call, qualified channel. Now your channel's going to develop even more. Check, now you've got product landing on your third point, right? You're earning 27 Rand 50 for every product on your third point, but you're not earning that money. Why not? Because you've got to go back to your first point and go, to earn on my third point, I need a third qualified wealth engineer. And so you phone this person up and say, what's up? You haven't done anything. I thought you joined this business to empower yourself. Oh, no, I work in accounts. It's month end's very busy. I'll only get to it on the weekend. You go, okay, no problem. On the weekend, suddenly, they go out, find 3 people. They become qualified. Boom! They light up your third point. Now you're earning on all 3 points in your qualified channel. Do you understand? Any questions? You will forget this in about an hour's time. That's why we've made a YouTube video called How to Qualify. Go watch it. It's a short 5-minute video. You need to understand it well enough that you can explain it to people that come into your business. This is one of the first things you explain to people that you connect into this business, because you don't want that person expecting to be earning 55 Rand 100 and then they don't, and then they leave your WhatsApp group and they post a message to everyone else saying, these people steal money, they didn't pay me, right? Make sure everyone understands these rules that come into your business. It is your responsibility to inform them of the qualifying rules. So that's the qualifying rules. On to the rewards program. So the rewards program is something completely separate, right? I often say to brand new people, don't even worry about the rewards program, because as a brand new person who isn't even qualified, don't worry about the XP Rewards program. You're not even on the board yet, right? To get onto the board, get qualified, get a couple of qualified wealth engineers in your business. Then you can start thinking about the XP Rewards program. So there's 2 requirements. What is the next slide? Yes, there's 2 requirements in the XP Rewards program, right? XP, which stands for experience points. So what I said in the intro presentation is that we reward people for their activity in the business, right? So when you are active as a wealth engineer, you earn what we call XP. For being here today, you will earn XP. I'm sure the person that's brought you here has mentioned XP and they've gone to register themselves as being at the intro presentation to get their XP. So we give you XP for everything. If you just look at your app every single day, you earn XP for that, right? So you will earn XP, probably whether you like it or not and whether you're aware of it or not. So as you earn XP, that XP number will go up, and as your channel grows, the channel number will grow, right? So, and when you meet the 2 criteria, so you can see to get to rank 1, you need 1,000 XP and you need 4 products in your qualified channel, right? And when you meet those 2 criteria, you become a rank 1 wealth engineer, and we actually give you an extra 55 Rand on top of your return that month, right? So that's the first rank, right? Very humble beginning, that 55 Rand. I often say it is a profound step in this process, because what you've proved to yourself is that you can do this business. And if you can prove to yourself that you can do this business, there is no limitation to where you can get at DuePoint. There isn't, honestly, because the people that are earning 100,000 Rand a month in our business are doing the same thing you're doing. They're knocking on doors and finding people with that mindset that join DuePoint. And you're doing exactly the same thing. The only thing that separates you from someone earning 100,000 Rand a month is time. That's all that separates you from that person, right? And so when you get to rank 1, you get that 55 Rand, you flipping go buy a cupcake and you celebrate. You celebrate success. Give yourself some self-love, because you're on the map to wherever you want to be, all right? So this is how the rewards program works. And then the XP requirements get bigger and the channel requirements get bigger, right? You want to get to rank 9, you want to have that family holiday, you need 1,000 products in your qualified channel. You need 256,000 XP, right? So I said, we had a guy in Durban, did it in 5 months. So that's the record at the moment, 5 months to get to rank 9. Records are made to be broken, we know this. It'll definitely get broken. But it is up to you how quickly you want to progress through this. As a brand new person, I'll say, don't worry about this yet. Don't even look at it, right? Just be aware of what you need to do as a wealth engineer. There are 2 things you need to do as a wealth engineer. Connect people and support them so that they become qualified in their own right. That's all you have to do. You don't have to do anything else in our business. You don't even have to know the rules. You don't have to know the qualifying rules. If you just connect new people constantly and the people that you're connecting become qualified, everything is taken care of in this business. You don't have to worry about anything. You will earn the XP. You will qualify. Your channel, your qualified channel will open up, right? So those 2 things are the fundamentals in our business. All right, onto the DuePoint app. I hope everyone has installed the DuePoint app onto their phones. You might not be in possession of a smartphone, and so you might not have the DuePoint app. It is going to be a small investment. I can see it in your future. A smartphone purchase. Right? They are very cheap nowadays. You can get a smartphone for under 1,000 Rand. It is going to be an investment for you. You need to have the app running on your phone. I'm not going to say that it's mandatory. Anyone can join this business and they can still make it work without the app, but the app allows you to reflect on your business in real time, right? And for someone who's been involved in entrepreneurship and businesses, I don't know how you can conduct business without understanding without some form of monitor of what's going on in your business. And the app monitors what's happening in your business. So it's very important to understand. If you've opened the app for the first time, you will generally be presented with the notices. So the messages from head office come up and they populate your screen, right? DuePoint Saturday, we send you a reminder every day that we do intro presentations so that you can click on the link easily. You can share it if you want to. There's a little share button at the bottom so you can send it to other people. But you just click on the back button. If you want to close notices, just click on the X's. That'll close the notice. Then you go back and it'll take you to the home screen of the app. Now, we're not in the home screen, we're in the profile screen. Let me skip the profile screen. I think Brendan's just highlighting here that take your profile photo, right? If you go to the main, what has he done here? He's missed the home page. So if you click on your name, when you come into the app and you click on your name, that'll open up the profile page and you'll see that it's got a little icon of a person there. If you click on the icon, there's a little camera icon there, you're able to take a selfie. And if you take a selfie of yourself on the DuePoint app, you get 1,000 XP immediately. There you go, rank 1 XP tick. Right? As quick as that. Smile in your selfie and don't pout. No duck lips in the pout. In the selfie, you get 1,000 XP. We want you to take the selfie so we can see who we're dealing with. Often, like I say, we've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. It's easy for me to go into the system. If there's a photo on the system, it makes life easier for client service, for us to engage with you. So take the selfie, easy XP. There's tools available. So let me just go through the interface. You'll see the interface here. You've got your name. You've got how much your channel is worth in that month. You've got your XP rewards status. See, rank 6. That's how far you are away from rank 7. That's the menu button. And then at the bottom, you've got tabs. The tabs are important because those are sections of the app. You've got your channel information, events, rewards, Add Wealth Engineer tools. As a brand new person, you want to go and watch some training. To go watch training, open your app, click on tools, and you'll see all the videos presented to you. All the videos. How to qualify, right? How to prospect, what to say to people, how to deal with objections from people that you try prospect, right? It's all over there, and it's categorized here. If you click on this drop-down menu, it'll show you the shorts, the basic series. There's a whole bunch of categories of training videos available for you. So as a new person, you want to get involved in the training, go watch it, and you get XP for all the training you watch, right? There it is, 250 XP for every video you watch. See, so you'll be ahead of the game on the XP. So the XP is not going to be something you have to worry about. All right, then we've got the events gallery. So if you go at the bottom, if you click on events, this will come up. Right? It'll probably come up with our upcoming events, all the intro presentations that we have. But if you click on the drop down, you can go to the events gallery. And we've just loaded the Mauritius trip from last month onto the events gallery. Right? So that's very excited. You can go look at other people's holidays and get jealous. Maybe that'll motivate you. That's a good thing. So be aware of that. Then let's see, what else has Brendan got for us here? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Then the quests. So remember at the end of the intro presentation, I said to you we've got the 365 challenge and we've got the January challenge, right? Those are available on your app. If you go to rewards, so let's just go back at the bottom there, you see the little star, it says rewards. If you click on that, it'll open up the quests. There's the wealth quest in that pinkish kind of color. It's called the wealth quest, the WQ, wealth quest. It'll show you the current month. This one was October's, called Explosive Growth. It'll say January's Wealth Quest is Hit 2019 Sprinting. And then if you click on the drop down, you'll get all the details and the T's and C's on what's required to make that 15,000 Rand extra this month. All right, so that's available on your app too. And then if you go through the rest, we've got all these quests. So if you ever come to me and say, well, how do I earn XP? You said I get it for coming to intro presentations, I get it for watching training, I get it for taking a selfie. There are 20 other different ways to earn XP. You can go check them all out. Under quests here, all of them are listed here, right? There's quest 1, quest 2, quest 3, quest 4. Tons of stuff. Come to training, do a presentation to 10 people, do home presentations. You get XP for everything, all right? But it's not something to worry too much about as a brand new person. All right, where to find the product on the app? So, see, even our experienced wealth engineers still struggle with their cell phones today. It's fine. So, as a wealth engineer, you will have a product. If you want to access details on the product that you own at DuePoint, if you click on the menu button over there, right? There's the menu button. You will see it opens up the menu. That's what the menu looks like. There are all the products listed there, right, that you've taken out in the past. So if you've owned a product in the past, it'll still be here. You can reinstate it. If you've got a current product that you're paying for, it'll look like that, like those three there. You can click on any one of those products, and then you'll get more details about that product. So some of the products allow you to add beneficiaries, family members. It's got notices on the FICA requirements for the investment, that type of thing. But it's all available there. That's fairly simple. Okay, so this is the home page. I think I need to change it so that the home page is in the start of the app section. This is the home page of the app. So we've gone through that aspect up there. This drop-down menu allows you to look at your entire channel as well as individual points in your channel. You are going to be scrutinizing your point 1 and point 2 very closely. Why would you scrutinize point 1 and 2 so closely? Because that applies to the third qualifying rule. You could have someone that doesn't pay their product on point 2 that removes an entire point out of your business, right? And so you want to be very aware of which wealth engineers you've connected into your business, what they're doing. You can click on their names. You can see how much XP they've earned. They can say to you, oh, no, I've been working very hard. And you click on them, they've got 0 XP for the month. You say, you're lying to me, right? You want to be involved in each of these people's lives. Go look what's going on your first point. See who's getting qualified, who needs help to get qualified. You'll see, oh, this person's only got 2 people in their business. So I'm sure if we jump into it, let's just skip that. That's the upcoming events. I want to get into points. Okay, it's not going to show us. But you can dive into point 1. You'll see all the names of the people on point 1. You can click on those names. It'll bring up their profile. You can see how many products they've got, how many people they've got, right? It is a monitor of your business. Because if someone's got 2 people, you can phone them and say, you need just 1 more. You only need 1 more, and then you're qualified, right? And then they're earning money. If you've got people earning money in your business, you won't have to motivate them. The money will motivate them. But if you've got someone who sits on 1, 2, 1, 2, and they never earn, that person's not going to be around for long, right? Get them qualified as quickly as possible. You'll be able to monitor all of that in the app. All right, slow versus fast. So let's just discuss expectation in this business. You're aware of the 365 challenge. So this is an incentive on steroids. 365 people in the next 365 days. Who wants to do this challenge? Just by a show of hands. That's a lot of millionaires in this room, right? That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Okay, so you understand the parameters for this. As a brand new wealth engineer, let's say you started today. You've got from today for the next 365 days to get 365 people in your business. Go look at the T's and C's because we're actually quite flexible on what that 365 looks like. By the end of the period, you don't have to have all 365 paying their products, right? So go look at the T's and C's because there's some flexibility built in, but you still have to have connected originally 365 people and retained some of that business by the end of the period. So the reward for doing that is about 1.275 million rand in benefit that you would have achieved in 12 months, right? That's broken down in the following way. So let's go back to that. Sorry. So the 1.2 million is broken down into this. You get a 365,000 rand cash bonus, but we projected that someone who does 365 people in that amount of period in the 12 months, you will have probably come close to achieving rank 12. Rank 12 in 12 months, right? The record is less than 24 months. It's about 18, 20 months, rank 12. So you will have broken that record. You'll be at about rank 12. That means you will have a brand new car in your garage. You will have a guaranteed holiday with your whole family. And you will have earned in returns. So just the returns that we pay you every month, you'll have earned in total probably close to about 800,000 Rand. And you'll be sitting on per month probably close to about 40, 50,000 a month that you'll be earning with DuePoint at that stage, and then we give you that 365,000 Rand cash bonus on top of that. All right, so everyone who put their hands up, that's what you're chasing, right? How do you plan for that? Daily. It's a daily challenge, right? You can do all 365 in the last month if you want to, right? But realistically, it becomes a daily challenge. You've got to, and people are doing it already, right? We've got people currently already from the 1st of January who have been putting in 1 or 2 people every single day into the business. Someone's going to do it. Hopefully more than one person will do it. Hopefully this whole room who put their hands up will do it. But remember, there is no downside to this challenge. It's not like, oh, you didn't get it, sorry, you get nothing. Right? You could get to just do, if you did 100 people in the next year, I reckon you would probably be close to about rank 7, rank 8. If you did 100 people in 12 months, you'll be earning about 15 to 20,000 Rand a month. Right? That's only if you do a third of the challenge. Right? So there are no losers in the challenge, but there's massive reward. There's that extra nearly 500,000 Rand in cash bonus waiting for you. All right, so go look at that. It's on the app. Under quests, rewards, quests, you'll see it there, 365 challenge. Check the T's and C's and the parameters for that. Then you know this month's quest is to do 30 people this month. That will earn you an extra 15,000. So if you do a quick calculation, 30 times the 55 Rand is how much? You'll be earning about 1,500 Rand, right? At least. Yeah. So you'll be earning at least that 1,650 at the end of the month, just on your first point, right? That's without those people doing any duplication. So you'll be earning at least 16,650 Rand this month if you go connect the 30 people this month. Those people have to be successfully paid, right, at the end of this month. So we can't have late debit order payments, failed debit order payments. They have to be people that pay their product this month. So be aware of that. And again, the T's and C's are on the app for you to find. What to do? Just connect people to DuePoint. As simple as that. You don't talk about product. You don't have to talk about product. You don't have to sell product. You have to pique people's interests about the business opportunity so that they come sit down in a presentation like this, whether it be on YouTube, on the live stream, whether it be on your TV through a USB stick. It doesn't matter how you show them the presentation, but you connect them to a presentation, right? That's your job, is to get them to the presentation, and then DuePoint does the rest pretty much for you. We will do the presentation. We will connect them to the products. We will set up the systems for them to apply. It gets done automatically. Just connect them. Don't talk about product. Always talk about wealth. Wealth is the motivator here. It is the necessity in South Africa. Use the tools. So use the tools to your advantage. Like I said, we've got so many things here at DuePoint. Do what works for you, because you have to develop a system that you can follow for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Right? So you've got to have something that's convenient for you. It has to work with you. It has to resound with you so that you can do this business that isn't begrudging. You don't want to go, I've got to go to head office tonight when you live in the south of Joburg or something. You figure out how to get the presentation up and running in your house or at a friend's house or at the municipality building or whatever it is. Right? We've got people that do it differently all over the country. The guy that did 1,000 products in 5 months, he opened up his office as a boardroom in the middle of Durban, in the middle of town there. I mean, that place is bustling, the middle of Durban. And he had 20, 30 people coming into his office every single day for intro presentations. He just pressed play. Press play. You want to join? Go over there. Press play. Join? Go over there. I'll speak to you. Right? 1,000 people. That's how you do it. You have to develop a system for yourself. So figure out, use the tools. Is it the app, the stream? Is it the USB stick? What is it that's going to make you work this business easily? Get started now, so don't wait. Every day is an opportunity. You skip a day. Our business is a compound interest business, right? A compound interest business means that if you skip a day, it has much greater long-lasting effects than you think it has. Right, so we did a calculation the other day. What was it? Yes, the end of last year. So the end of 2018, we typically have a slowdown in production in business, like most businesses do. Even the business I ran in the past, agencies, you don't get any business in December and January, right? It's just because it's that season. Everyone thinks they're on holiday for 2 months. And so we looked at business, and we realized that wealth engineers that decide that, they're going to start their holidays in November in their minds, right? So they don't work on November, they don't connect in December, and then January's a slow start and they don't connect in January. The lasting effects of that over a 60-month period is that they will have a 70% less return on their money if they do that every year. You skip a day, it's going to hurt you. Don't skip the day. To make the most out of this business, you have to wake up thinking, who am I going to tell about DuePoint today? There will be one person. It might be the person looking at Avos in Woolworths later. It might be a colleague, a family member. It might be a person in the queue. But someone's going to hear about DuePoint today, right? I need to try and connect someone. That's the mindset you have to have. Don't wait. Plug into DuePoint. So again, just plug into everything that we make available for you. With tons of resources that'll just empower you in this business. And it's all completely free. And it's 100% accessible because everything's digital. Right? You complain if you don't have Wi-Fi at home or you don't have broadband, you go sit in the McDonald's. You go sit at Mug and Bean where there's free Wi-Fi. Put your headphones in and watch 3 hours worth of training. If you want it, right? If you want it. The resources are all there. Become an expert at the app. Watch all the training properly. If I go back to this point, I've got analytics on the YouTube videos. The training is an hour long. The average watch time is 15 minutes. It's because a very small percentage watches the full thing, right? A very small percentage become millionaires. very small percentage, make 2019 an action year. You've got to make sure you're in that small percentage, right? Marry DuePoint's calendar into your own. So just be aware of our events. Our events are very regular. So you can depend on the events happening periodically. We've got intro presentations every Tuesday and Thursday night. We've got lunchtime presentations every Wednesday and Friday. And we've got a Saturday morning presentation every single week. And every single week we have those presentations live. I've done 300 of these things already. I think even more. I think Brendan said we've done 1,000 in total. Yeah, what's that? 3 years, 5 a week. It's plenty. Plenty. I can do it in my sleep. I think my wife says I mumble DuePoint intro presentations while I'm sleeping. So marry the calendar into your own. Just be aware of those intro presentations. People love to know that the presentation is live. If you can say to the person, we're watching this live, people find value in that, right? There's credibility in that. We're very active on Facebook, so join the Facebook page today, right? You can go on your phones now, look up DuePoint, connect to that Facebook page. The YouTube channel has got tons of resources on there because every production that we do, whether it's intro, training, special intros, interviews that we do, it's all there waiting for you on YouTube. And then make sure you download the app onto your Google or Apple device, your Android or Apple device. We've got merchandise. Merchandise paints a picture of credibility. This is not a profit center for our business, right? We don't make money out of merchandise. The merchandise is a necessity for people in this business because it forms part of that first impression that you will create, whether you like it or not, when you go prospect. If I came up this morning, let's say I had my jean shorts on, my favorite shoes, which are my messiest and oldest ones, and a torn t-shirt with maybe a gravy stain here on the side from last night's dinner. What would you think of me? What would you think of the business? Right? First impressions. They exist whether you like it or not. The merchandise will help you, I promise you. If you just look a little more serious, like you actually believe strongly in the business that you're representing, it means you might have a pen, you will have a notepad, right, or a notebook, and you will most certainly have business cards. That is the merchandise and the power of merchandise, right? Because it sets you apart from anyone else. When someone sits down in a meeting with me and they give me their business card, they've got a DuePoint pen, I go, this person believes in the business they're a proponent of. If you don't have anything, then I think, this person's just trying his luck, right? I'll give you 5 minutes, then get out of my office. Exactly. People want to follow people that have belief, right? So consider the merchandise. We can send it anywhere in the country. And with that, I haven't had a single question or hand up yet. Any questions?
Where's the ING?
It's one of our future millionaires wants to know where the more expensive car is in the rewards program. There is. So at rank 14, we've got a Mediterranean trip for the whole family. We've got wealth engineers very close to rank 14 already. And then you've got 2 international 5-star family trips that you're taking every single year. Tell me, when you're rubbing shoulders with your friends and family, they don't go, that's the rich person. They go overseas, business class flights. Has anyone even flown business class? Right? Our rank 9s all putting their hands up. Flown business class, you will never go back to economy.
Yes, never. I'm unfortunately going to miss the January reward because of my debit order. I just signed up. Are there any February rewards?
There's rewards every month, but you can change your debit order to come off in January. You've set your first debit order to be in February. You can change it if you want. That's your decision. If you want to partake in the January Wealth Quest, change your debit order to happen at the end of January. Simple as that. But February, there will be another quest in February. But I wouldn't want to miss out on the 15,000 Rand, I'll tell you that. Right? Any other questions? Yes, sir. You want to be sure that that person goes into your channel. So the question is, if a person registers and they're not in your channel, or they don't register to your channel, then you're losing out. Okay, so that happens very seldomly. The first question on our application form is, who referred you to DuePoint? Right? And then if you say no one referred me, we say, are you sure no one referred you? Right? So there are very few cases where we have someone phone in and go, oh, I joined and I should have joined under this person, but I joined on my own. They will typically join. If you've engaged properly with the person, right? Because sometimes we have people that arrive and go, oh, no, I met someone on Facebook. I don't even remember what their name is. They were supposed to meet me here. Then they send me an SMS saying they can't make it. You don't even deserve that person, right? If you engage with someone responsibly, like a responsible leader, I promise you when they get presented with the first question, who referred you, you will have already sent your wealth engineer number to them. You would have said, listen, I can't meet you at head office. Rob is there, Carol is there, they'll look after you, right? We don't typically do that. You should be looking after your own people, but DuePoint will take care of you. Watch the intro presentation. Here's my wealth engineer number if you want to join. You will do that, right? Because you want that person. So it happens very seldomly. I wouldn't worry about that. Any other questions? Dave?
If someone reinstates themselves, does that qualify for that particular month's wealth quest?
No. Must be new business. We will have reinstatement specific wealth quests some months. So some months we will say, reinstate 5 people and get 5,000 rand.
But it does count for the 365.
I'm not sure, does it? Okay, so in the T's and C's, Lynette says she's studied the T's and C's, that reinstatement count in the 365 challenge. So for the existing wealth engineers, that'll be important info to you. Any other questions? Guys, that means it's time for you to go to work. Thank you. Good luck.